super steady on, so Dave has nothing to complain about. I'm watching this this travel blog guy who was here in Waikiki and Greater Honolulu. He kept calling it the island of Hawaii. It's like, well, not really, but okay, you know. A lot of people think that though. And I'm just watching him like fall into these traps that like I navigate around here with like people and just going places and stuff. Like he was in Chinatown. And he's walking down by Ala Park. And he's like, wow, there's some sketchy people here. And he's like, there's these young men keep running up to these older men and putting these things in a bag. And then they run back into a van. And then someone else comes out trying to figure out what it was. It sounds like the old homeless outreach thing, but I don't think they're not in operation anymore. They used to come around in the van and give the homeless stuff, like supplies. And, you know, they cut that off because they have to make people as miserable as possible to get that loose hit, to get that bigger loose hit. But, yeah, it was just funny watching them do that. And, like, he's over a few blocks down over this way. And this guy just sees him filming. And he's, like, he's real friendly. But he kind of looks like a nice guy. And I think that's why he fell into the problems he'd fallen into. And this guy walks up to me, he's like, hey, do you have a quarter? And he's like, no, I'm not gonna quarter, man. He's like, give him $1. Waikiki, everybody, you know. So he was, the problem is he's being too nice to this guy. And these like street guys around here, a lot of them are like jailbirds. I swear they have like a fucking underground Batman slide from OCCC that comes up like right over here somewhere in the fucking ground. They pop out of it when they get out of jail. But you know, but what they do is when some of these grifter type people, they see someone that they think is a mark, you know, he's, the thing with him, right, is he's got one of those selfie sticks. He's walking around like that. That just attracts attention. I mean, people can see what I'm doing, but, you know, they really have to look. I'm not like, you know, I don't attract as much attention doing it this way. And also, like, I don't know. I think with the travel blogs, right, and we'll get back to the homeless guy, but the travel blogs, like, they go to these countries, like, you know, and all of them are like this, and they go all over the world, these crazy places, some dangerous places, and like 70% of the screen is just their fucking head. It's their face, and if you're trying to look around their head to see the area, you know, to see where they're at, to see what it looks like there, you know. It's like you're sitting in your room, like trying to look over the guy's head on your screen. But yeah, that's why, like, you don't need to look at my fucking face and see like 5% of the area. It's nice here. I mean, even in like these, you know, the kind of city area here, well, I mean, whatever, there's still like life is just sprouting up from every crack possible. The hand of God is reaching through the crap of man. Most cities, they try to get rid of all the plant life. They gut it all, you know, and they'll maybe throw in some of those ceremonial potted trees that are probably only 60% synthetic, because they want that concrete and steel. You get life from this stuff. This, you breathe. This stuff, what this expels is what you breathe. And what you breathe is what keeps them alive. You know, so they don't want that in cities because they want to fucking smother you in there. And plus they just don't like God, so they don't like seeing his handiworks. They kind of gut it as much as they can. Like I say all the time, like, here's God, right? Not God, you know, right? God, not God, you know, and that's what they do. So when during a city, they try to yank all that stuff out just to keep your, you know, vibrational frequency as low as possible, and they can fucking put a spoon in your brain and eat fucking moosh. So anyway, guy on the corner over there is talking to him, and he's just being too nice to him. So the guy keeps like throwing out another hook. Well, these guys, when they approach you, they just throw out a bunch of shit. Do you have? I have. Do you want? I want. I know a friend. Do you know anyone? And it's usually involving drugs or something. They just throw all this shit out just to see if any of them stick, if any of these hooks stick. So he can sense the guy's getting away from him. He's trying to walk away from him, and he's like, hey, where are you from? He's like, oh, I'm from Long Beach. He's like, oh, Long Beach, Snoop Dogg. And he's like, yeah, Snoop Dogg. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about Snoop Dogg. He's just trying to keep you around long enough to figure out some kind of angle on you so he can, like, rob you or just get stuff off you. That's it. So, you know, as he just keeps trying to walk away, the guy gets screwed. No, Snoop Dogg's here. And he's like, what? He goes, yeah, he's here right now. Like expecting the guy to go, oh, where? You know what I mean? So thankfully, he finally just kept going. I saw this guy, the same guy in India too, and he was dealing with the guys that bring you on tours and stuff that give you know, horse rides or what do they call those fucking people? And they're just like, they're really bad over there. They'll badger you to a point where it's almost like, at what point is this becoming like a fucking robbery or something? Like are you robbing me? You know, is this a robbery? Do I have to defend myself? What the fuck's going on? You know, they don't stop. You can tell them, and this guy, it's like, I don't know, like looking at it, like, does he want them to keep following him for the video? I doubt it. He seems like a nice guy. You know, I'll put his shit up there. You could see this for yourself. But yeah, he's just not. He looks like a mark. You know, because he's well kept, well dressed. He's very well groomed, very friendly, happy, always smiling. He's nice to, like, everyone, people who shouldn't be nice to, because people don't see that as nice, especially around here, especially with the kind of street level characters. They don't see that as, oh, that guy's cool. They see, oh, this guy's a rube. I can get some shit off him, or I can, you know, push up on him or strong arm him to give me stuff. And that's, unfortunately, that, you know, that's how it is. You don't want to let it affect your, you know, your personality or how you know, interact with people. Like I have my guys, like street guys I give money to, you know, usually over that long. You guys see it here if you watch me for any amount of time. You know, I hand out money and cigarettes and stuff. I'm cool about it, but I don't do it to try to, like, be a nice guy. And you got to feel it out too. You got to, like, figure out what kind of person you're dealing with. A guy like that he couldn't get rid of, like, I would have shut him down immediately. I'd have been like, no. And you got to keep moving. If they start talking to you, you don't stop and turn around to be, like, courteous, because they're just trying to fucking rob you, man. You know, in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's just straight up fucking taking it from you, or trying to figure out a way to worm themselves around you so they can follow you around. It sucks. You know, it's not how you want to view people, but, you know, after a while you learn that you have to do that. Because even letting one guy through, you could fuck up your world, you know? You really get fucked over. But, yeah, down by Ala Park, I'm just watching him walk around. I'm like, no, don't go down there. No, take the next left, take the next left, you know? And, oh, that's it. Is that a DRI shirt that guy has on right there? Is that DRI? Holy shit. Yeah, I think it is. It's DRI. I'm not going to run up to him and talk to him about it, though. But still, yeah. So it's just funny watching them, you know. And yeah, you learn after a while. Like, you try to feel out the situation. Everybody's got their own kind of frequency, and I'm not super good at picking up on things like that. I mean, I've gotten better, but even to the layman who doesn't understand the metaphysical world, you can still kind of pick up the vibes. And I just feel like this guy, he gets every fucking red flag, and he still wants to be courteous. Like, okay, man, thank you, have a good day. It's like, no, just fucking keep walking. Just keep walking. You don't have to answer them, you know, because they're just, you know, how you doing? They're just trying to, like I said, they're just trying to get something from you, take advantage of you, fucking roll you. At the very least, just mooch chop you. But yeah, it's funny. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole thing about all these travel guys do that because they're not really selling the channel, the travel thing. They're kind of selling them as a character, I guess. And that's true, you know. But you know, if you're going trying to look at, if you watch one of those things trying to see the area they're in, I mean, good luck. You have to fucking bob and weave around their head. But yeah, it's just funny watching that. Sometimes I find myself over normie YouTube or non-schizophrenic YouTube, and I see some interesting things. But the schizophrenic YouTube is way more interesting. Right? That's right. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.